So, an explosive new book documenting Meghan and Harry's split from the royal family has sensationally been pulled from the shelves in the Netherlands over a major error. The Dutch translation of Endgame reportedly revealed the identity of royal family members who Meghan claimed had aired concerns about the skin colour of the couple's unborn child.
But questions are swirling as to how the error was possible, with the book's author, Omid Scobie, saying he never wrote a version of the book mentioning those names and was prevented from doing so under UK law. Well, for more, we're joined by Daily Mirror Associate Editor Russell Myers. Good morning to you. If the author says he didn't put it in the book, how's it ended up in Holland, in a book?
Well, great question, Nat. Good morning to both of you. Well, that is the big question of the day, because how on earth has this transpired to be? Because Omid Scobie's book Endgame came with a big furore over the last couple of weeks. We've had sort of leaks and serializations in a couple of countries. We've had a lot of discussion about what this book would contain, and certainly some of it has been labelled as poisonous, some as point scoring. Certainly Omid Scobie being labelled as a friend of the Sussexes, Meghan's mouthpiece in some quarters, and of course he would have potentially an agenda to suit his book. However, the English version is quite clear that Omid had said himself that he did know the names of the two royals, which was a surprise because we've only ever thought it was one royal who made derogatory comments about the skin tone of their unborn children. Now we've got two royals on the slate. And for Omid to say that there are now two royals is particularly explosive. But in the Dutch version, a error, some have said. The publishers have come out and apologised. Omid have really washed his hands of it. But there are two sections in this book which are particularly of a real problem for the publishers and Omid, because how on earth did they appear in this Dutch translation and name two of the royals? And while we are bound by UK law, and some may be in other countries as well, they are all over the internet today, and that's a real big issue for the royal family as well.
Yeah, so right or wrong, those names are in the ether now, and with the way the World Wide Web works, we're all going to find out who those names were, allegedly involved. Will the royal family try and get ahead of this?
Well, listen, I don't think things move that quickly in royal land, and certainly the palace have been dragging their heels. Certainly there's no official comment from them. There was no guidance from the palace at all. You know, the Queen's old adage, never complain, never explain, is coming to the fore once again. But it is a problem for the royals, something that we would have thought would have been dealt with behind closed doors, certainly after that 2021 Oprah Winfrey interview that caused such a stir at the time. And we understand that there have been letters from Meghan Markle to the King trying to explain the situation. And then maybe that had been the end of it. But this book dredges up all of those sort of bad feelings on both sides. And certainly the palace are sort of floundering this evening and over the last 24 hours. And I think it's gone from bad to worse for them. And of course, if you do a quick Google search or quick search on Twitter, you will see those two names. And that's why so many people will know the identities of those two people.
Okay, our entire audience just picked up their phones at home, sitting watching the TV. So, Russell, what is the allegation? What is the racist allegation? What are they supposed to have said?
Well, if you look at the central point of what Meghan said, that there had been comments about the skin complexion of their unborn children. And when she was pregnant with Archie, that she had alleged that there was one royal in particular who had made those comments, and she wasn't happy about them. Now we know that there was some correlation or correspondence between herself and Prince Charles at the time, and now King Charles. And what was said in those letters, we don't know. But Omid Scobie says he knows the identity, but he was refusing to name them because of the constraints of UK law. Now, the issue is at the central point of whether those two people should be exposed. And I think that is a real issue for the royal family as well. Yeah. And listen, this story's going to run and run.
Especially when the author of the book said, I didn't even put them in there, so we don't even know if the names are right. Russell, thank you.